I am recording in Zoom right now. It's a little bit different than I have done before, mainly because I want to see how it works, because I am thinking about potentially inviting Dr. Sebastian Olbrich, whose talk I attended yesterday. And he's been using deep learning techniques to work with EEG data. Now, he's a medical doctor, so he's been using that to create predictive, look at the data and look at it in predictive manner for different disorders. But nonetheless, the technique and the methodology is extremely interesting. It was my Friday early morning, and they're in Europe, and I'm in the United States. And I was up at like 5:30 in the morning, and then his talk started at around 6 a.m. So it was very interesting. I do want to share my screen because I pulled up something that he has been working on. So basically, this is from the National Library of Medicine. The paper is called Deep Learning Applied to EEG Data in Mental Disorders, a Systematic Review. And then I'm just going to read you the abstract. In recent medical research, tremendous progress has been made in the application of deep learning techniques. This article systematically reviews how deep learning techniques have been applied to EEG data for diagnostics and predictive purposes in conducting research on mental disorder. EEG studies in psychiatric diseases based on the ICD-10 or DSMV classification that use either convolutional neural networks or long short-term memory networks. For classification, researched and examined for the quality of the information they contained in three domains: clinical, EEG data processing, and deep learning. Although we found that the description of EEG acquisition and pre-processing was sufficient in most of the studies, we found that many of them lacked a systematic characterization of clinical features. Furthermore, many studies used misguided model selection procedures or flawed testing. It is recommended that the study of psychiatric disorders using DL in the future must improve the quality of clinical data and follow state-of-the-art model selection and testing procedures so as to achieve a higher research standard and head toward a clinical significance. So although this channel is not about the clinical aspect of EEG, we're talking more from the deep learning and more like technical aspect of it. I still find it very interesting because as he was talking about the methodology, I'm like, wow, this is great, because he was using like a lot of data. So I thought it was very interesting. I don't know if he's gonna say, agree to show up, but I just wanted to see if he showed whether I could use this sort of Zoom call and have a conversation with him. That was one thing. Another thing I wanted to say, that you guys have probably seen my previous one. I definitely went ahead and published the physical version of the book. And as you can see, there's a lot of text, but there's also a lot of pictures and diagrams to help you with that. And this book primarily, I started with it as an ebook, but then a few of you asked whether they could get a copy of like a physical copy. And so I was able to get Amazon working. Amazon charges you a lot actually for the copies, but it's okay. I think it's worth it because you guys wanted it. So I hope this helps whoever is interested in collecting EEG data. And more specifically, when it comes to using the software of EEG Lab, which is open source and is free, in conjunction with Emotive Epoch, which is the hardware that I use. Basically, that's what this book is about. It's like a handbook, so to speak, like a guide. So it's like step by step. So if you're a student, I went through a lot of BS when I was doing my grad studies because There's literally everything that I wrote here. I literally had to like go forum to forum, page to page and find it, because there's like not a central place for any of them. And so that is what I did. I basically put it all together. It's a work of, it took me 2 years to actually run those studies. So it's like a lot, but I'm pretty happy about the content of it because I've already received a couple of reviews from you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.